Okay, so 3.7, evaluate determinants and apply Cramers rule. Okay, so just as a reminder, okay, when we do the determinant of, you already have this in your notes, but just to have a refresher, we do AD minus BC and then when we get to the 3x3, I'll write out the thing again for that one. Or actually, we might just do it with an example because I think it'll just be easier. You already have the other thing written. All right, so number 4, we've got 7, 1, 0, 3. And we're finding the determinant. So we do 7 times 3 minus 1 times 0. So that's just going to be 21. Let's see, number 6. 1, negative 3, 2, 6. So we got 1 times 6 minus 2 times negative 3 so that's 6 minus a negative, so plus 6, so that's equal to 12. Okay, and I don't really care with the 2x2s if you actually write out like 1 times 6, like if you can just be like, okay, 1 times 6 is 6 and write down the 6 or whatever like that. You do need to show that you actually like did multiply it so that I know you know what you're doing. But you don't have to like write out all this stuff. You could just have gone straight from here to here if you wanted to. When you get to the 3x3, you do have to write them out because that way I can see that, you know, I can see exactly what you're doing. All right, bless you.
Bless you.
Somebody this morning, does this room smell funny?
I can.
No. Oh. Somebody this morning said that, like, well, literally, like, everybody in the last class, like, started sneezing. And we're like, is there something in this room? Like, I don't know. I literally was just curious, so.
I like lost my smell, like I can't smell it.
I just can't smell.
I'm joking, obviously. Yeah, obvious.
Wait, why am I freaking out? I had it like.
Yeah,
Not even
I'm still in my window.
Yeah, I'm still in my window too.
doesn't mean you can't get it, but
Josh, thank you for that word of encouragement.
you're welcome. I tried.
All right, so negative 5 times 6, so negative 30 minus 4 times 12 is 48. Okay, and I also don't care if you, like, circle whatever you're doing. I'm just doing it for the sake of seeing it in the notes. So negative 30 minus 48 is negative 78.
Yeah.
All right, are we good on the 2x2s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We understand what's
I
happening?
mean, not good at 3x3.
All right, 3x3. So I'm just going to start with the examples instead of going back and rewriting what you already have written on the paper because, you know, you just seemed unnecessary. So, all right, so number 12, 1, 2, 3, 5, negative 8, 1, 2, 4, 3. All right, so what we do is you take the first number up here and you multiply that by the determinant of that 2 by 2 that's left over. So basically, you cover up everything else that's in that column with it, and you do the determinant of whatever is left. Okay? So we would have 1 times -8 times 3. Whoa. Come back. So that's going to be -24 minus 1 times 4 is 4. Okay, now is where it gets to be a little bit interesting. Okay, this one, notice, is, I'm going to do it in this, is positive. Okay, we don't have to write it, but it's positive. The next one that we write is going to be negative. Okay, they alternate. Okay, it's always, even if this number had been a -1, okay, the next number we write would still be negative. Okay, it always starts positive and then goes negative and then positive. If you had like a 5 by 5, it'd be positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. Okay, in order.
Would you have to make the one positive, or would you just leave it negative?
No, you would leave it negative because it's you copy it down as is.
Okay.
The next one becomes negative.
Okay.
But then if this was a -2, then it becomes positive because it's the
Because it also negative.
formula is always positive, negative, positive. If the sign on the number is different, then that changes it. So
Yeah.
that's why you just always have to remember, okay, always positive, negative, positive. So, all right, so then now we take the middle one, so we do 2 times, so we cover up the middle one. Okay, so we do the determinant of what's left over. So if you cover that up, so it's the determinant of 5 times 3 minus 1 times 2. So 15 minus 2. Okay, and then the last one is going to be positive. So it's 3 times. Cover up everything in its column. We do the determinant of everything else left here. So 5 times 4 is 20. Minus -8 times 2 is -16. So that's going to make that plus 16. So then now you just need to simplify this. So 1 times, that's going to be -28. Minus 2 times, what is that, 13, so 26. Plus 3 times 36, which is, what, 90, was that 108?
108.
And then that gives you 54. So the determinant of that is 54. It's very colorful. It's kind of satisfying.
That's like candy.
Okay, you don't have to use multiple colors, but if you like to have multiple colors, that's totally fine. All right, let's do another one. 14. All right, so we've got -7, 4, 5, 1, 2, -4, -10, 1, 6. All right, so I've got -7. Okay, notice that the number is negative, but we're still following the process, okay, of it being positive, okay. We're going to pretend that it's positive. Basically, just we're keeping it the same. And then I'm going to do these ones. So -7 times 2 times 6 is 12. Minus 1 times -4, so plus 4. Okay, so remember, we're treating that as if it was positive. So the next one's going to be negative. So minus, so it's going to be 4 times. We have the outside 2 boxes. So 1 times 6 is 6. Minus negative 4 times negative 10, which is 40. And then following the process still, the next one's going to be positive. So then plus 5 times, I'm going to have the left 2. So 1 times 1 is 1. Minus negative 10 times 2, so that's negative 20, so it's going to be plus 20. And then we just need to simplify this, so negative 7 times 16 minus 4 times negative 34 plus 5 times 21. So let's see. So this is negative 112 plus, what was it, 136? And plus 105. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and subtract that. So that leaves me with what, 24? So 129. All right, any questions about that? All right, so grab your calculator and put this matrix that we just did into, well, I don't really care. I'm going to say matrix A, but it doesn't really matter where you put it, I guess.
What?
No. Wait, we just put this. Does it matter where
Did
we-
you make the steering wheel?
It doesn't matter which matrix you put it in, just
Dang.
put it in one of them.
I was so dumb. We had so many cardboard boxes, and the mom was like, "Can you step on these and put them in recycling?" I totally forgot about the project.
What
And
project?
I threw away like 5 boxes.
Do you need
know-
boxes?
I have a lot
Yeah,
of
I do. I have a project that I have to do.
How about what kind, like what size box
Like-
do you need?
Like basically, I have to cut out an outline of like a steering wheel.
I have
It doesn't
so
really
much
matter what size.
cardboard right now. If you want me to bring some, I can
You
probably
have
bring
so
some.
much cardboard.
That'd be appreciated.
You have no idea how much cardboard I have right
We're in
now.
the process
Can
of
you
moving.
bring? Can you
I
bring
have a
just
pretty
like
good
a
idea.
large piece of cardboard that I can cut out?
I think I have a pretty good idea.
I'm gonna make a reminder
of
so
how
I
much
don't
cardboard.
forget. Because today's recycle day, so.
Recycle day for us isn't till Thursday.
Tire.
I don't know
wheel
where
cover.
my car is. I forgot.
Wheel cover. And stuff.
But we have so many boxes, just like, because we have a lot of stuff.
Alright, so y'all have that in your calculator.
Yeah, dude.
Alright, so this is what, for the ones that I let you put it in your calculator for, okay, or I might say you can check it on your calculator. This is how you're going to write it on your paper to show me that you did it on your calculator, okay, because that's what your screen's going to look like. So under second matrix, okay, if you arrow over to the math part, so the first one says names, then math, then edit. Okay, under math, the very first one says DET. So you're going to hit that. And then second matrix, then you're going to hit A.
I got it.
So it should look just like this now. And it just tells you exactly what the answer is.
No, I did E.
I got it.
So mine says-
Okay? So it comes up and shows you that this is equal to 129. Okay? If you just give me a number, I'm going to assume that you either copy the answer out of the back of the book or that you did it on your calculator when you're supposed to do it by hand. So, make sure you show your work for it, okay, when you're doing it by hand. If it's one that I let you do on the calculator, feel free to do it this way. I might give you like a 4x4 or a 5x5, and you would not want to do that by hand. There's no way on this planet you want to do that by hand. I had a professor in college that made us do a 4x4.
Seriously? Do you just not like you guys?
How long did it take you to do?
Basically, we had a 50-minute class and a 5-question test, and nobody finished. Because this is what a 4x4 essentially, this is what happens with a 4x4.
Do you get like really mixed up and like confused where everything goes?
Just no. No.
That's disgusting.
It's just not
You almost got
necessary.
through the whole alphabet.
Oh, I know. So this is essentially what it looks like. It still follows the same process. It's this times the determinant of this.
Oh, so it's
But to do the determinant of this, you have to multiply this times this. And then you've got to do this times this.
just to find that one. But
And then
you
you've got to do this times this. Yeah, and then you've got to start again at B and do the whole thing.
How did I would have to make a different? I would have to draw
Now
the,
imagine that,
the matrix
but they
like
add fractions
30
and
times, so I
decimals.
wouldn't get mixed up with all the colors.
I could have literally spent the entire class period just doing that problem and probably still not have finished.
Did he let you like finish the test another?
No,
Oh.
it was just good luck.
That's mean.
Anyways, so if I give you something like that, use your calculator. I'm not going to put you through that torture. My dad one time had to do a 13 by 13.
No.
What?
No.
And he was an engineer, but he was also a computer programming, like he did a lot of computer programming for his engineering. So the engineering students were all in there trying to do this by hand. Had pages and pages and pages of calculations. He went up, and all they had to do was solve it. This was before these things, okay? So he goes up to his professor and he says, "Can I write a program to do this?" Professor said, "I don't care. I just want the answer." He said, "All right." So he went home and wrote a computer program to solve a 13 by 13 matrix. He put all the stuff in, whoop, got like 1 page of numbers. There were people coming in after days with like pages and pages and still didn't have the right answer. And they're like, "How in the world did you do this?" And he's like, "I wrote a program." They're like, they were so mad. So, hence why I let you use a calculator for anything bigger than a 3 by 3.
Can you even do a 13 by 13 on the calculator?
Yeah.
You
I accidentally
just
typed.
have to like scroll a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
because
there's not a big enough-
I accidentally typed
I'm
in.
gonna see something.
I tried to
like
type
that.
in 3 by 3. I accidentally did 33 by 3. So.
All right, I'm going to have y'all try on your own.
The computer probably had a headache after.
Number 16, -4, 3, -9, 12, 6, 0, 8, -12, 0. If you ever see zeros in a matrix, they are your best friend.
I know, right?
You'll see why as you do this problem, but it will be your best friend, the fact that there are zeros in this
Because
problem.
it doesn't equal. It makes life easier sometimes. You know, when you're having a hard day, zero's always there for you.
Life's already hard enough. This just makes it easier.
Look at it.
This is the last example we're gonna do today. I might try to run through these notes really quick so that y'all can go ahead and get them.
After this, it's English. No way.
No way.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Dude, I could have sworn it was biology. I must be tripping.
That's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Peyton, your sister is sleeping under the dining room table apparently.
Why
She
do you think
sleeps
that?
on the table.
She's sleeping off.
She sleeps
She's
every-
literally wedged underneath chairs.
Yeah, my dad has an album.
To Lily or Joel?
Joy. My dad has it. Lily's at school. My dad has
Oh,
an album
sure.
where it's just pictures of Joy sleeping in random places. He always posts them.
That's so funny.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I was babysitting her one time and she was sleeping with a coloring book as her blanket on the table. And I was like, I looked away for 2 minutes. Like, what in the world.
Did it
That's
cover her? Like,
Yeah.
That's funny.
Not the whole, not her whole self, but
Not her whole self.
Yeah, I was trying to check our fundraiser things, and it popped up on my thing. I was like, oh,
Cool.
because some people have been like messaging us on Facebook about it. So I was like,
mm.
Oh my gosh, this is actually so easy. The zeros are carried.
They're carrying us. That's a big number. You get a big number? The zeros really were carrying though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start writing it while y'all are finishing it up.
Jeez.
A big number?
Big number. Big number? You know?
No, I didn't get that big number.
What is it? What big number is it?
Got that big number.
Oh, mine's a little bit big number. Oh, I distributed it to each one.
Technically, you'd get the same answer either way.
She did.
Well, I distributed it
No.
wrong then.
Wait, let me see. Let me see if I distribute
Because
it.
I did -9 times -144 and then -9 times -48. That's
Well, isn't it something supposed to be a positive? Cause
well, then it becomes positive, yeah.
Yeah, but Peyton,
No, okay.
you would subtract it. You would
Oh,
subtract
yeah.
it. Because
I didn't do that. I didn't do it.
that's why you got that big number. You would have gotten the same answer.
I would have done it right. I got an even bigger number.
Yeah, you would have gotten the right answer.
So you can check it on your calculator when you're done and see if you did it right.
What? Oh my gosh, I still can't. No. Wait.
Trying to look through
Okay.
Looking through the pencil.
Be the pencil.
Oh, because then it would be.
Guys, did you know life is
Oh.
like a double
Box of
crust
chocolates?
apple
Oh.
pie?
That is like a
No, life
What
is
did you
chocolates.
I still got the same
Yes, you are.
answer. I got the right answer.
What did you get?
I did it
I got
right, Josh.
864.
I got 864.
Oh, never. Yeah, I did it right.
Please just run me through, explain.
If I cannot choke on my saliva, that would be great.
Dang it!
It's just
All right,
a lot.
negative
something
4
wrong.
times the determinant here. Okay, 6 times 0 minus 0 times -12. So 0 times 0, or sorry, yeah. Well, 0 minus 0. So that goes away.
Oh, I forgot to.
Okay, that's gone to 0.
Wait, how did you get a -1?
Oh, did you
Negative-
do 1
That's
before
1.
minus?
That's a 4.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
2 supposed to be a 4, isn't it?
What?
Isn't it?
No.
Talking about?
All right, 3 times the determinant of the outer 2. So 12 times 0, 0 times 8. That's also going to 0. Then -9 times the determinant here, -144 minus 48. So that's -9 times -192, which is 1728.
I added so.
Okay,
Also added
I would have
48.
got this number, but I was thinking the 4 was like a 6.
What don't do that?
Well,
I got 1.
guys, you know, life is like a double crust apple pie. You know, once you get through that first challenge, there's always another challenge waiting for you.
I got
1,746.
That was really weird.
But it's true, honestly.
All right, I'm gonna stop and do a separate video for the rest of the notes.
You're right.